points A and B lying on circle O. The radius of circle O is 3 feet. Measure of angle AOB is 60 degrees. What is the area of the segment enclosed by arc AB and segment AB? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so it wants to know just what this little portion right here, what that area is. So if you notice, that is the top half of a sector. So we're going to find the area of a sector. And again, jumping over the key terms, we see that the angle is in degrees. So we're going to use this formula. So we have theta divided by 360 being multiplied by pi r squared, which is the area of the circle. So we're taking our fraction of the circle and multiplying it by the total area to find out our portion. Now that's just the area of this whole sector. So now notice that it just wants this little pink section, which can be found if we subtract or take away the area of this triangle from the entire sector. So we're going to subtract from this the area of the triangle. Now let's jump over. We can jump to segment area, which gives us the area of a sector and area of a triangle, which is what we just found. Now if you scrolled up though, it does give them in a red box right here. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 r squared sine of theta. So we have, that would be minus 1/2 r squared sine of theta. Oops, that sine is not in the exponent. Sine of theta. Okay, so now it's just a matter of substitution. So if we scroll back down so we can find that, we know that the angle is 60 degrees. So wherever you see theta, you're going to put in 60. Wherever you see theta, put in 60. We know that the radius right here is 3 feet. So that's going to be 3. We know that this is going to be 3. Again, that was squared. So now I'm going to jump over to a calculator. Make sure that this is radians, which is RAD, so that stands for radians. I want to be in degrees, so I just clicked on that to make sure it was in degrees. Now, we are subtracting this whole unit right here, so I'm going to make sure I type that in parentheses, and I'm also going to write this in parentheses since it's a whole unit. So we have parentheses. I'm going to do another parentheses for these fractions. So 60 divided by 360 being multiplied by pi times 3 squared. That's the first section, which is the area of our segment. We're going to now subtract from it the area of the triangle. So again, since the 1/2 is right there, I put it in another set of parentheses. That's going to be multiplied by 3 squared. That's going to be multiplied by sine of 60. There we go. And now I'm going to hit equals, and it comes out to be 0.81527. Alright, so rounded to the nearest tenth. This one, how I like to think of it is I like to think of it like this. Okay, so is 81 closer to 80 or 90? 81 is closer to 80, so that's why it's 0.8. So you might be asking, like, well, where did you get the 81 from? I just looked at it as those two digits. 81, is it closer to 80 or is it closer to 90? Well, 81 is closer to 80, so that's why it stays as 0.8.